If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. In addition to that, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other platforms. Why not check it out today? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Depending on what time you are listening to this, I like to greet you properly. I'm sorry if I sound stuffy. I think I'm experiencing a little bit of allergies. And I've been in such a place of worship today. I was so blessed. Like, my little cousin, she graduated from high school. And I didn't understand how special her graduation was until yesterday. And I came on here to encourage you to know that God is in control of everything. Like, and we have to get out of the way. When I say we have to get out of the way, whoever this is for is going to touch your heart, and you're going to feel probably a little irritated through this message, or you may just feel instantly convicted. However, understand that you really cannot judge a person. You really cannot, excuse me, try to understand who a person is, or learn to love a person, or do anything until you understand where they are. We sometimes put ourselves, I learned all of this through spending time with family. And I share this to encourage you. Of course, if you have those family members that you just are, done away with, they've done so much to you, it's just toxic, it's deadly kind of. Yeah, of course, there's boundaries. However, understand the power of prayer. Understand, when you say that you love God, when you say that you have a relationship with the Creator, the way that you commune and fellowship with people is different. Why? Because you're now no longer walking under the fleshly spirits. You're no longer walking in the things that you see. However, you're looking at, where is God in the room? Where is God today? This one is just a little deep, and it's very personal to me. As I share, we're winning together, and I know that this is for somebody else. I totally got convicted with allowing myself to fall into the trap of not putting myself in somebody else's shoes. The comments kind of went around throughout our family fellowship without exposing too much, because one thing I can say is that I'm thankful that I've been surrounded around a family of God-fearing people, because it does make a difference. I don't know what it would be like to not have that surrounding. Even though we all have our thoughts and ideas on how we should worship our Creator, we have one common denominator, which is a relationship through Jesus Christ. And I'm definitely thankful for that. And I say that to say that we have to learn to ignore the little things. This is what God was talking about in His Word. Don't worry about the sun, moon, or the this or the that, but not on no like religious type stuff. An example, for me to be transparent, because we went in together, and my family knows me, that I will tell them. It's not a secret. So, somebody is getting on your nerves, or you're irritated with them. Try to put yourself in their shoes. Understand how they feel. Understand the shoes they walk in on a day-to-day basis. Try to tell yourself, okay, if I was in their shoes, how would I act? Not on a surface level. Not on a, oh, well, you acting like that. If I was on your shoes today, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be dit. Okay, yeah, but today didn't just come from today. Today came from years. Today came from a past. Today came from not knowing what to do because no one else around you has ever walked in my shoes. So I say this, be sensitive to some of your family members. Of course, we all got crazy people that's just gonna blow us. But there, as I was sharing on another platform that I share on, we have to be sensitive to other people so that we can see God. Because if we stay in a place of being arrogant and being extra, we've allowed the enemy to sit on us and take away from what God was trying to show, which is most of the time his love. Because without God's love, who are we? You have to excuse my feelings right now because God corrected me. And if I can't be real with y'all, who can I be real with? Because I shared that we're winning together. And I hope that if you are a person that's going through a place of agitation or irritation, which kind of stems from unforgiveness, it's like you got in a place where you allowed the enemy to mess with your mind and not see that who are you to put on a judgmental hat? Who are you to look at a person and think you understand their story enough to have an opinion? So, as I share that with you, be encouraged today. Forgive, because as you forgive, God will heal your heart. God will move in your life like he's never moved before. And I share that with you with a pure heart. And I know that the Creator did not just give that to me to be selfish. Like I said, I'm no longer going to not share what the Creator gave me to give to his people. Because why? I am one of his people. And it's not for just me. So, if you are in a place where you think that you have arrived and you can't forgive somebody, or you can't, it doesn't even have to be where you talk to the person. In some cases, it is where you talk to the person. But you have to allow God to move when it comes to that. And it's not even I don't know if I know forgiveness is the right word, because when we have aught with our brother or sister, or we just have an edge and we don't understand, it's either a spirit or a place of unforgiveness. And it's time out to be in a stuck place, like staying in a stuck place, because we choose to not see God. Like, see God. Wherever you go, see God. And I'm not saying that continue to put yourself in a place for where you feel uncomfortable, but you have to look at, why do you feel uncomfortable? Is it because you don't understand and you're being too selfish to understand that you ain't supposed to get somebody else's joy at times? Or you just supposed to celebrate in somebody else's joy and forget about what doesn't matter? And that's love. So, I'm telling you, as the Father is sharing things with me, he's like, you gotta share it. And this one was hard for me to share because it's very personal. However, we went in together, y'all, and we can't walk in any place where we allow our fleshly spirits to control us or to make us feel like we are, how can I put this? Like, to make us feel like we are more than who we are. Like, what? So, I just want you to be encouraged. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I have my door open because it's a rainy day and I enjoy the sound of rain at times. But, yeah, as I shared, just stay encouraged and fix your heart. Look at your heart. Stop looking at everybody else and look at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we can't hold on for just a second. All right, I said hold on, but I know that the way that it edits out when you come back, it's not obvious. But I had to take care of blowing my nose, and I'm not doing that on here. But yeah, I just want us to not be in this place. Like, there is a time of separation. There is a time to, be away from some people just because your lives are experiencing different journeys that God is putting you in. But however, that time when you are present, enjoy it. You know why? Because if you have no ought with the person, why can't you enjoy it? So I say that to encourage, especially those that are a part of my heritage, which is, us African American, Black, whatever. I don't want to insult us because we so deep now. But we got to learn how to love our family beyond what we see. We got to learn how to be in a grateful place regardless. Like, because God's love is so huge. When you look in a room and the times that we live in, the rooms are getting emptier. Why? Because a lot of people aren't here. A lot of people are gone. And why spend the little bit of time with the ones that we love in misery? Why not enjoy it? Why not be in a great place? So, whoever this is for, you gonna know it's for you. Because we in graduation season, we in cookout season, we in Father's Day season, it's family time season. So if you're gonna show up at the family function, enjoy yourself, okay? And if God shows you in the midst of it, go in a corner and get yourself together. And don't ruin it for everybody else. It's time out for that. God wants us to show love. And, like, I thought of the story of Jonah. That's how God showed it to me. Jonah was like, not trying to love when God said, I need you to show love. I've given you this task to show love. And he didn't want to show love. He was going to just cause all types of chaos everywhere because he didn't want to show love, which is why he got, swallowed up in the belly and ended up being in Nineveh anyway. So if you are experiencing a Nineveh type feeling toward anybody, it doesn't even have to be family. It can be friends, it can be coworkers, it can be just anyone, because you're looking at what they've done in their life and you've never walked the day in their life. Think about yourself and look at yourself and say, you know what? Who am I? That's the negative side of I am. Who am I? Yeah, he says that I am, but who am I? And we have to be careful of that. Because, yeah, like I always say, it goes for this too. Don't nobody have a heaven or hell to put you in but your creator. But if your ways are not pleasing unto him and you can't turn off who you think you are, like, yeah, right. This is for you. Yeah, like I said, this one might ouch a little bit. You might be like, I don't want to listen to this woman no more. However, I pray that if you don't listen to me no more, you at least forgive that person. You sit down and you say, you know what? I'm so sorry. You may not even tell them, but then you might need to tell them. And that all depends on if it was just something you were dealing with because you allowed something to attach itself, or if it was something where your behavior was just like, ugh. So, I just say that to say whoever you need to forgive or whoever you need to show love to, you better get it done. It's time to do it. And sometimes the easiest way to get it done is to put yourself in their shoes. Instead of looking at someone's behavior, which is what God told us. Because if He looked at our behavior, would He still love us? If He acted like us, thank God His ways are not our ways. Seriously. If He thought like we thought, oh, how are they going to do this? Why are they doing XYZ? Or what is this about? And what is that? You don't know. You ain't going to never know. You didn't walk in their shoes. Whoever it may be. Okay? So, I say that to say, if you are not having a good day, or if your heart is not where you know it needs to be, you better start looking at that. I can't tell you better, but it's serious. That's where your peace may have gone, because that might be your blessing. The people that you keep looking at trying to figure out why this, why that, or what's wrong, or I don't like it, or, all that extra stuff that doesn't even concern you. It's not your business. That ain't your business. That doesn't concern you. Your business is to love them. That's love. Your business is for one day or for 3, 5 days, 10 days, whatever the time frame you are around, or whatever that the scenario of the scenery may fall under. You put yourself into perspective of, all right, well, if I was under that type of pressure being, oh, what is certain people going to think? Or they've never walked in my shoes, so what are they going to think? I don't know. Or what will they do? Or what would I do differently? We got to be sensitive to other people. That's what it is. Be sensitive. Show love. Because we all have a loving side to us, and we all have a side to us that I consider a shield. Sometimes frustration and overreacting to some things are a shield. So that's why our job is not to control others. Our job is to have self-control and to identify self when we go before other people. Like, when I tell you the Ruach HaKodesh spoke to me so much over my past weekend, I was just like, Father, I thank you for your love. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be forgiven for some of my behavior. Because as we always look at the certain sins and different things, we're like, oh, well, if we can look at a woman while she's doing whatever, we're already lusting for our men, and for our women, if we can look at a man, we're already lusting. We always talk about that. But what about the other stuff that really matters too? Yeah. The things that come out of our heart, the things where we are looking at stuff that don't matter. We can't get over the stupid stuff. We dwell in the irritation versus the celebration, because we can't put ourselves in the shoes of someone else. How dare us? So, I shared this with you to encourage you today. Allow the Creator to change your heart by you forgiving someone else. By putting yourself in their shoes for just a day. And honestly, I feel that our Creator loved us enough to put Himself in our shoes for one day. It's so deep, y'all. So that we can all be forgiven. How about that? Really, it's that simple. So, that's not the only way or route to forgiveness. However, when it comes to not self-forgiveness, but a part of it is forgiving yourself for your behavior, but it's really being able to love a person beyond their faults, to love a person beyond who they are, and know that because they are created by the creator that created you, you put yourself in their shoes for a day to say, you know what? Wow. I know it's hard. I know that had to be a lot. I don't know what I would do if I was in your shoes. So I'm gonna die today and walk in your shoes and celebrate with you. Okay? So, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm on fire with the creator. He is not playing, okay? So, if you know that somebody else needs to hear this, somebody else that's walking in unforgiveness, please share it with them because they don't know me. They might get mad at you because, you know, you was thinking, oh, you got an attitude, but so what? The creator is here. So if you're the person that's listening to this because your family member, your friend, your coworker, your cousin, your child said, you know what, you need to hear this. Mama, you need to hear this. Daddy, you need to hear this. Uncle, you need to hear this. Auntie, you need to hear this. Friend, you need to hear this. Sister, you need to hear this. Brother, you need to hear this. Don't get mad at them. Because obviously God convicted them probably to share it with you. So, as we win together, let's start forgiving one another. Let's stop having this judgmental place so that we end up blocking our own blessings. Like, come on, y'all. If we're going to win together, we got to forgive together. You can't be walking around in unforgiveness. No, I'm not saying that you have to. We're going to do more details on how to walk in unforgiveness. We're going to do some more studying about that because we all need it. Like I said, this ain't just for y'all. This for me. So I'm going to take you on this journey with me. Why? Because the enemy comes in subtle ways, like very small ways, which turn into really big things if we allow it to do so. So if we catch those things at the root, then it's dead instantly. And I want us to not be walking around here thinking we arrived. Not that was a place that I was in. That's not the part where I'm saying I was. I don't believe so. If I was, well, hey. I personally feel that it was more of acting as if I can't love someone for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's real love when you don't look at who they are. You don't look at anything, but you look at what they're experiencing. You look at wow. So, all right, y'all. That's all I have to say today. But I hope that you forgive that person. You forgive them, please, because your blessing is right there. It is right there. Probably, honestly, that's probably the holdup because you be falling in the trap of unforgiveness, and it's not who. Nobody has a heaven or hell to put you in but the Creator. So why not love? Loving doesn't mean a whole lot of what people think. Like it's all on honoring the principles that God put before us. And honestly, the reward is his peace. The reward is his freedom. You have such a freedom once you let certain things go that don't matter. And you look at the essence of his beauty and his love. So, I'm going again. I'm sorry, y'all. And that's all I got for today. Good day.